The Redwood project really came about because we were looking to consolidate our data centres. As we started to look at that and we delved into the polling system, we found that there was a requirement and a need to actually upgrade the product.
During that migration from the old data centre to the new data centre, we were informed by SAP that the contracts for and support for remoteware would come to an end. So that basically gave us a challenge of, okay, what do we do next? How are we going to do it? We had to go out to market, look for a new product that was going to basically not only replace remoteware, but also replace another orchestration system called AutoSys.
This system was really, most people don't know it's there, but it underpins Whitbread as a business because it moves data for Costa, for restaurants, for our hotels, for our finances, for our logistics. It touched everything. And if it failed, it affected more than one area. The RFP was there to go out to market to look at a solution that, as I say, was enterprise class, that gave us the ability to move our jobs safely, securely, efficiently, and at a price point that made it a good benefit proposition to Whitbread.
We were looking for something that would be more straightforward, more simple, more templated. We had two orchestration tools within Whitbread, one called AutoSys, the other called remoteware. Now, I don't think there was ever any governance about how the jobs were built, what they were built for, and we certainly didn't have any documentation around it. All we had was something like 8,000 lines of AutoSys jobs. 8,000 lines of jobs that we didn't even know whether they were running, not running, in, out, because our supplier, again, when we went to them, over time had just lost track. We had the task of basically trying to understand how we were going to pick them jobs up and convert them to Redwood jobs. One of the benefits we had during that process was Redwood had already advised us that they had a conversion script for AutoSys jobs. We turned 8,000 jobs into eventually 100 jobs. 100 jobs that now run in a more organized way. It's fully documented. Anyone that picks up the job can understand the start point, end point. We were then able to go back to our suppliers who were charging us a fortune for supporting all these jobs and say to them, well, this job hasn't run for months, weeks, years. We were able to see through the flow of the job what it was doing and why it was doing it, supported by the same team that support our remoteware jobs, because we built them in such a way that they don't look any different. So they're now all just called Redwood jobs. So that was a benefit to the whole of Whitbread.
There's been no complaints, which was, first for a major level where we were moving, as you say, millions of jobs that we run since. We've had very little incidents to speak of. So the business have been really pleased in terms of, one, they've been getting their files through, which means they're getting their orders come through, deliveries are on time. But what we've also been able to do with the system is actually highlight when files don't come in or move jobs around to actually wait for files to come in. So, for example, we get files from our hotels, the 700 or 800 hotels every night that come through. We consolidate that up, work through that, and then send those files out. By having the Redwood platform in, and what we have seen with the business is that the stability of the jobs coming in, the proactiveness in actually chasing jobs through, or being able to delay and take points to say it hasn't arrived, we're still okay for a little bit longer, we're still okay. The other system wasn't that flexible. Previously, when we wanted a new job, it was a whole new process of creating the job, writing it again, reliant on the guys who were developing that to think, right, I've done that before, where was that? Now they've got a list of modules, they can go pull the module out, pick that up and actually develop a job. So the time actually from request of a new job to send a new file to actually delivering that has shrunk down greatly, which means that our cost goes down in terms of delivery time and actually getting files and moving the business is that much quicker. And from me looking after that from a program perspective, there's no headache there. That doesn't keep me awake at night. There's many other things that do, that is the one that doesn't. The kind of feedback, to be honest, from the business has been, this tool works for us.